Hello, this is Ashee from Crafting with Ashee and welcome to this video. This is the Christmas card we're making today using our little penguin. It's perfect for anyone who loves penguins, and I know somebody who does. Isn't it cute? Little penguin is sitting back onto this lovely heat embossed snowflake. So let me show you how I made my card. Let's put this out of harm's way somewhere. My desk looks a mess, I should just say right now. And we are going to do some stamping. So first thing we're going to stamp is our penguin, and we're going to use some shaded spruce, and we're going to use some black ink. So let's get some scrap paper out. I've got a ton of it here. Let's see if our penguin will fit. Not really on that piece of scrap, it's not big enough. So let's use this piece here. Now you can use Memento Tuxedo Black. I'm going to use the Versafine Onyx Black today, just because my Memento is running out of ink. And I need to re-ink it and I haven't done it yet, so I just grabbed another ink pad. So here we have our little penguin. There we go. One pengy stamped. I'm going to bring in my simple chamois so that I can clean up as I go along. Okay. And then we can start stamping a few other bits of him. So let's get this one out here and stamp a little hat. There we go. So clean that off because we need the block. And then little scarf. Just like that. Again, clean my block. And we're done with the green, so we can set that aside. And I'm going to bring in my real red. And I've got here somewhere on this block a little heart. And I'm going to stamp a little heart. Just like that. So we've got that thing stamped, and then close up the red ink pad as we're done with that one. Pumpkin pie next, and then I've got these little tootsies. One and two. So, and then finally I've got a little mouth for him, or beak I should rather say, just like that. So that's our whoopsie daisy penguin stamped. Close up all of the ink pads. I'm going to set that aside for now, and I'm going to bring in my Stamparatus for ease now. I use them both different ways. I'm going to put that there, and then where's this piece that I had? I'm actually going to use the other side of this piece to stamp my sentiment. So let's get this down. And then my sentiment is coming from Santa Delivery, and this is going to be this one, Merry Christmas. So let's put this down here. I didn't pick that up very well, did I? There we go, try again. Let's see if there's enough ink for this in this, for the sentiment at least, in my memento. Yeah, okay. So that's Merry Christmas and our penguin stamped. So clean up time again. I'm going to put my stamp away, otherwise with all of these stamp sets out at the moment we're just going to get confused. I'm going to take my mat out because we're going to be using next rubber stamp as opposed to photopolymer. Our designer series paper here, I'm going to put a little bit of what's called repositional adhesive on the back just to help it stay stuck to my Stamparatus, and this won't do the Stamparatus any harm. I'll put that there. Reason being, it's difficult to use my magnet because my stamp is quite large. Stamp set is this one called Snow Crystal, and we've used this one recently, so you can see there how I've used it as well. There's a card up showing you how I've heat embossed this big sentiment, so I'm not going to go through that again, but you can always reference that video. But we are going to do this little bit, and we're going to stamp in Versamark ink. And while I'm thinking about it, I'm going to bring in first my powder tool so that my embossing powder will only stick where I've got Versamark. Okay, and then we're going to ink up our stamp and take some time to give it a good ink up, making sure you get the whole stamp. Okay, down and give it a really good press everywhere. Okay, going to bring in my embossing powder. This is just, whoops, white embossing powder. I've got some more white embossing powder on order because you can see I've used up quite a bit. And if you've got any areas where you've got powder where you don't want it to be like that, just brush it off with a paintbrush. And so I'm just going to heat set that, and I'll cut out my penguin and everything, and then I'll see you once I've done all of that. Okay, so I cut out our penguin using our penguin builder punch, which is this one here. So we cut him out using that bit there, and then we use this little piece here to cut out the feet, and then I just fussy cut out the hat and scarf. So that's done. I then cut out our sentiment and backed it on a little bit of this gold glimmer paper, which is all shimmery, and we've heat embossed our sentiment. So let's start to put together our card. This is thick basic white. So it's a standard A6 card base. That's an A4 sheet cut in half and then folded in half. And let's stick down this bit of designer series paper. Putting a lot of adhesive on because this piece of paper had heat on it, so it can warp it, so I wanted to really stick, not come back up. So being generous with my adhesive. Okay, so that's what we have there. Next thing I'm going to do is I've got here a little strip of this same glimmer paper we did for the sentiment, and I'm going to use the Banners Pick a Punch just to pen at the end of each side. I'm just going to give something for a little penguin, a little shelf for our penguin to sit on. So let's put a bit of adhesive on the back there and put that sort of, try and centre it somewhere like right there. And I'm going to put my sentiment down now, and I'm going to pop this up. So let's get some dimensionals. I'm just going to use some of these edges and get them used up. I like edges because you get these nice strips that you don't have to take so much backing off. Ugh, always wants to stick to me rather than anything else. I'm going to put my sentiment down, get rid of the backings. Penguin I'm going to have sitting here, so let's pop him up as well on some dimensionals. That will do fine. And then we can accessorise him. Okay. So let's put a bit of glue on these tootsies. My glue's bubbling. Don't want so much, so wipe some off on my hands and get glue everywhere as always. Let's just wipe that off. I don't know why my glue's wanting to bubble, it's self-stupid. But there we go. And then a little bit of glue for his scarf, and then the same for the hat, just on top like that. Okay, so that's what we have so far. And then I've got some of this black and white gingham ribbon. And we're just going to do a little bow, or attempt to do a bow. Not so easy with sticky fingers. Try again. The tail seemed to be a bit too long on that one. Do you struggle with bows? Because I do. I really struggle trying to get something that looks half decent, and I usually end up doing like now, just settling for whatever I get and hoping people don't mind that it's not the most perfect bow that was ever formed. Okay, some glue dots, and then we're going to stick this down. Just with some glue dots. Would help if I had glue dots on the back and didn't leave them on the roll. There we go, glue dots. And then I've got here some of these champagne rhinestones, and we're going to put just a few here and there, just to add a bit of something, something, something. And there are 2 cards, Pengy cards. So I hope you like my penguin snowflake card. If you did, I'd be grateful if you could give it a thumbs up so YouTube know. And please don't forget to subscribe to future videos. If you want more information about the project, supply list, measurements, etc., it's all on the blog post on my website, and the links to that and all my social media links are in the description box below. So thank you again, and until next time, enjoy being creative. Bye.